Hey, what's up, everybody? Tomorrow, May the 3rd, 2023 is going to be a pretty big day, in my opinion, in the silver and gold markets. Why do you ask? Because tomorrow on May the 3rd is when the FOMC concludes their two-day meeting, and at around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Jerome Powell is going to take that podium and he is going to announce what the next interest rate increase is going to be. Is there going to be another rate increase? Is it going to be by 25 basis points or 0.25%? We will find that out tomorrow. I think the popular opinion, and according to the Fed Watch tool, is it's going to be 0.25% or 25 basis point rate increase. Please hit that thumbs up button on the video and let me know in the comments section below, what do you think the Federal Reserve is going to do tomorrow and what will be the impact on gold and silver tomorrow on May the 3rd or the following day on May the 4th? Do you think gold and silver will go up, or do you think gold and silver will go down? Now, here's going to be the key. The key is not going to be so much if there's going to be a rate increase, what the rate increase is necessarily going to be, unless they go above the 25 basis point or 0.25% increase, which I very seriously doubt he's going to do that, but who knows? This is what will be important, is going to be like it is every time Jerome Powell raises rates. In my opinion, the key is going to be what he is going to say immediately following that said rate increase. Is he going to give any clues as to what he is going to do going forward? Inflation, the last I've seen, when the inflation report comes out, inflation is still right around year over year, right around, I do believe, 5%. And he's been saying it like a broken record. Every time he takes that podium, he always says the Fed is not going to stop until they get inflation back down to their 2% goal. Is that going to happen? I don't know. Is he going to continue on raising rates? I don't know. I'm going to definitely be paying attention to what Jerome Powell says in that press conference. As the Federal Reserve kicks off their two-day meeting today on May the 2nd, concludes it tomorrow on May the 3rd. Is it going to be 0.25%? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. But most of the so-called experts are saying that it's going to probably be 25 basis points. I am currently looking at a CNBC article, and it says the Fed's two-day policy meeting is expected to conclude with the central bank announcing another 25 basis point rate increase. Per the CME Group's Fed Watch tool, traders are pricing in a 97% chance of a rate hike. Investors will be looking for clues, and this is the key, once again, in my opinion, in his press conference where it says right here, investors will be looking for clues on whether the Federal Reserve will keep rates steady after this meeting, or if it will further tighten monetary policy to fight inflation. That is going to be the key. It says, we think it will be the last rate hike of this tightening cycle, wrote Joe Kalish, if I'm pronouncing that name right, Chief Global Macro Strategist at Ned Davis Research. The Fed, however, will want to preserve its optionality just in case the economy data doesn't come in as expected before the next FOMC meeting on June 13th and 14th. Now, the one thing to keep in mind and to watch for is usually when the Federal Reserve raises interest rates initially, gold and silver go up. Now, over the past several rate increases, the next day is when the dollar gets a little bit stronger and metals usually take a hit, except for the very last one. The last one, metals went up by a lot because that was right at the very beginning of when a lot of these regional banks were having problems. A lot of these regional banks were going under, and the bigger banks were buying up their assets. So even though the dollar went up a little bit on the last Fed rate increase, metals went up a lot the very next day. But in my opinion, one of the reasons why silver and gold went up quite a bit after the last rate increase, even though the dollar also went up as well, on paper at least, and that's because the Federal Reserve, not only did they raise interest rates and the dollar did get a little bit stronger the next day after the last rate increase, but the Federal Reserve is doing monetary policy tightening, right? But in that press conference, he said something very important. He said that with these banks having problems, with a lot of these regional banks having problems, the Federal Reserve, now I may have this quote not exactly 100% right, but he said something to the degree of the Federal Reserve is going to ensure ample liquidity for these banks. So while he's doing, in my opinion, monetary policy tightening, he's also printing more money to ensure that these banks have enough money. So printing more money and also trying to do monetary policy tightening at the same time. And in my opinion, those two things kind of contradict each other. But usually when the Federal Reserve raises interest rates, the dollar gets stronger, the USD gets stronger, that DXY index, and metals the next day take a hit or get a decent pullback. Will we see a pullback tomorrow on May the 3rd or the next day on May the 4th? It's also important to note that the job openings data came out today, and according to Kitco News, the job openings was expected to be 9.8 million, but it came in at 9.6 million, so lower than expected. That could also have an impact on the Fed's decision, and also on the Fed's decision not just for tomorrow, but going forward. As I look at this Fed Watch tool, it's all over the place. It started at 98% chance of a 25 basis point increase, but now it's kind of bouncing all over the place. It was at 81%, then it went to 85%. So I'll put a link to the Fed Watch tool in the description of this video. Of course, nothing in this video is financial advice. It's all my opinion. Please do your own research, your own due diligence, and come to your own conclusions. I appreciate everybody who took the time out of their day to watch this video. In this video, I gave you my thoughts, my opinions. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts, your opinions on what is going to happen tomorrow and what the impact is going to be on gold and silver. Will gold and silver go up? Will gold and silver fall? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I appreciate everybody for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Please hit that thumbs up button on the video, and I'll talk to everybody on my next video. Thanks a lot, everyone.